Devil. He's in the hot seat. Hello, Nick. How are you going? Oh, Nick's got a cracker because he's a little bit hungry.
I'm Polly's got a cracker. I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you, Philippa?
Just grand. And of course, we have our very fabulous Kate Herbert in to tell us all about the theatre and all the things that you go and see and do.
Howdy-doody.
Howdy-doody. So, Kate, over to you.
Yeah, look, I've been a bit out of circulation for the month of May for various sort of family issues, but I'm back. And I have a couple of things that I've seen that I want to talk about. One is still running and the other finished. It's in that gap. And there's a couple of things that I know are upcoming. Well, there's a lot of things upcoming. The first one I'll talk about briefly is Stuck, which was called Stuck, the word Stuck, at La Mama. That was during May, right till the end of May. Finished now. I imagine it'll come back. That's my guess. But it's written by Megan Twycross, who I understand is a secondary school teacher, and it's been doing the VCE rounds. I mean, it is part of the VCE syllabus, I understand. It's a deceptively simple two-hander set in the deli at a supermarket. In a country town, apparently, which I didn't know till afterwards. I didn't realise that was the basis of it. Focuses entirely and intensely or intensively on the fractious relationship between, and the tedious work of this senior deli worker who's played by the wonderful Caroline Lee. She's known as the old one. And the new blood voice, also a lovely actor, both from Red Stitch, young one. Not at Red Stitch, it was at La Mama. It's deftly, intelligently and sensitively directed by Susie D, who's also directed the one I'll talk about afterwards. It's about work, the underclass, women, poverty, status and the lack of choice. They're stuck. They're stuck in the workplace. They're stuck in their relationships. They're stuck in their tiny, confined space. And all there is to demonstrate it is a checkerboard, sort of lino tile floor and two stainless steel benches that move around and act as almost as another character. And the Caroline Lee, as always, is a formidable presence. She's delicate, detailed as this character, and she really relishes playing this sort of character with her snide insults and her demeaning slights and doom-saying. And the young woman, Eva Seymour, is the young one. She travels from being perky and I'm going to leave in 6 months and travel to disillusioned and trapped. She's stuck. So essentially, it's quite painful but funny.
Yeah. So how does someone come up with a concept like that?
I wonder whether she's looked at the deli and thought, what must it be like working in there?
Because every time you go to a deli, you see the same person there. That they are stuck there, aren't they? They're fixtures.
They're behind that counter, that glass counter, and they sneak through. In this one, there's there are plastic strips at the back that they walk behind. You know, those awful plastic strips that get a bit icky. So I'm wondering whether it was just one day. What would it be like to work there? Or perhaps it was in a country town.
But this is where good writing on books, but particularly in plays where they take a situation that we're all familiar with and then becomes something totally else.
Yes, it becomes a reflection upon the human condition. And I was reading something, I think it was Tim Minchin was quoted the other day as talking about AI. AI may write something or create something, but it has no intention. The artist has intention. And this play has very clear intention, not just for a particular audience of, perhaps young people, but to make a statement about poverty and choices and women and the whole thing about, now that I know it's rural, there is a significant problem with older women being homeless in rural areas. But I will say, Susie D as a director is always wonderful. I've always loved her work. And this other that I will talk about is still part of the Rising Festival. It's the only one. I cancelled everything else because I was unable to go, but I wanted to see this. A large attendance in the Antechamber, which is written, performed and designed by Brian Lipson, who I think is a phenomenal actor. I've seen him in so many things and he never fails. He describes it as written by Brian Lipson and Francis Galton, who is the character he portrays. Francis Galton is the man Victorian era man, cousin of Charles Darwin, who came up with the concept of eugenics, the beginning of what Nazism did. And he does come in this portrayal, the issue of merging faces of Jewish boys to create one uniform Jewish boy is extraordinary. It's just frightening to watch. Anyway, so it is about the British scientist Francis Galton, and it's returning after 26 years. It opened here in 2000. That's when I saw it. He is encased in, it's a Victorian cubicle, a version of a study, and he's jammed in there. He can't even stand up fully. He could reach an arm out and touch the walls on the side. There is a way to get out under it's almost like a counter. He escapes into the audience here and there. But he's surrounded by bits of paraphernalia, scientific equipment, lamps, devices, projectors, umbrellas, sticks, pokers, and you don't know what the hell he's doing in this next experiment until something explodes or something flies across the space. It's an extraordinary piece of performance, an exceptional piece of writing.
Another one-hander?
Absolutely one-hander. He's in that box by himself. The beginning, there is silence. He's just sitting there, essentially immobile, apart from his eyes flickering from side to side. He's almost whited out. He's in Victorian costume. He's got bald pate, as he describes. He's almost as bald as I was at this age now that 26 years have passed. There's reference to the actor. So Galton keeps saying he's pretending to be me. He's faking. He's an actor.
Yes.
It's all about theatrical language. It's all about concept. It's about who's real and who's not, and who's the actor, and what is he doing to me, and why is he saying this? And he speaks, and the actor speaks as him. It's a mind bender.
A bit of a mind bender.
It is a real mind bender. Yeah. But the characterization, as I say, is not an impersonation, nor is it a dramatization of his life. He's conscious all the time of being performed and performing. At times, it's almost, he slows to a sort of glacial pace sometimes, as at the beginning. He's almost like a revivified corpse in the very opening image, where he's just sitting there with his eyes flickering. And he pops out into the audience, and they're alarmed, startled and alarmed as he performs experiments and asks them questions. And it's lively, it's hilarious, it's outrageous, and it's so cleverly
and it's only
written.
got one night to go?
Tonight and tomorrow. I believe it's the 7th tomorrow that it finishes. I don't know, I'm sorry, what time.
Yeah.
Please get there. Please get there.
Yeah.
It's at the Trades Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Get down.
There's a couple of
Yep.
I went to see Prima Facie, which I thought I hadn't seen it before, which
I have
absolutely
seen,
fantastic, and also Retrograde, the Sidney Poitier play, which was very, very clever,
about his sort of first arrival in movies, first major movie.
Well, no, it was about
Second.
battling
the racism.
Battling the producer, the lawyer who wants to recruit him actually to become to dob in communist travellers. It's very, very powerful. Is
that what happens? I've seen the beginning of the National Theatre version, so I must watch the rest.
It's beautifully performed. But coming up, we've got a couple of interviews coming up on Arts Weekly soon. One is about Between the Lines, the James Joyce Groucho Marx letters, which I won't be here to see because I'm going to be away, but I really, really, really want to see. That's going to be at 45 downstairs on the 17th and 21st of June.
Oh, I haven't received that yet.
So I want you to go and see
I will
please,
till June, because they're not sending me invites. I need to keep checking their emails.
Did you get that message?
Yeah, send me an email. Send me an invitation.
Another really interesting one called Rabbit and Watson, which is coming on the 15th and 26th of July, which is it's a tender, queer love story about two Chinese Australian men from different locations. It looks absolutely fascinating. Written by Shane Woon, who'll come in and talk about it. Mm-hmm. So there's lots and lots coming on.
Where is that? Where's that on?
I should be able to tell you. It's and I can't. Yes, I can.
We'll
no, I can't. Northcote Town Hall.
Oh, okay, up the road from me.
Yep.
Handy.
So there's an awful lot coming
and there's a couple of others. Something that people might be interested in. A group of women. Carol Petrillo developed this with a group of women. It's called Wolves Howl. The sea wolves are the women who dive into the water and swim in the icy water. And I'm seeing it on early, another week or so, 16th or 13th, out at the Round at Nunawading.
Yeah.
And it's doing other regional areas. It was written for the Peninsula, Mornington Peninsula. They all come from that area. But keep an eye out for that. Sea Wolves
As
Howl.
an older cast? Is it?
Yeah, they're all women in their 60s, probably.
Good to see. Yeah.
Maybe 5 or so. And directed by. And also, I've noted that Pride and Prejudice, the musical, is coming to the Athenaeum. I have no idea what to expect.
Apparently, it's very funny.
I'm
Very
sure it'll be
clever,
funny.
yeah.
Well, there's another Pride and Prejudice by Bloomshead, which I saw at Northcote Town Hall, which came back again this year. That was also incredibly funny.
It's amazing how ripe that story is.
Indeed.
The zombie
yes.
version and everything. So,
yes. I think I told you that the father in that, because the father generally doesn't do much, he comes in as a pot plant. He doesn't even have a character. There's something else. Losing Face is looking interesting, which is at the MTC later in June. So I'm looking forward to that. And that's got a very interesting cast. It's got Christy Whelan-Brown and Michaela Bannis and... Oh, I'm so sorry, third person. Genevieve Morris is in it. And it's written by Marique Henry. Is that her name? Is that the right way to pronounce it? So there are a number of things. And I'm skipping a bunch of other stuff because, as I say, I've not been keeping track.
We can't get to everything, but I noticed there's a lot of really powerful creative women in that lineup. Well, that's enough from me. Philippa, thank you very much for today.
No, thank you, Nick. Thanks for putting the show together. It's always amazing. Thanks, Kate.
Pleasure.
You make me jealous of all the things you get to go and see.